Alright folks, I'm back. 2008 Honda CRV rear differential fluid change. And so the first thing that I'm doing is I'm going to work on the fill plug, which is this guy right here. And on some models, the fill and the drain are on the same side. On this model, the drain is on this side. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty tight quarters here. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do before I do anything is I'm going to figure out how I'm going to fill this. Some folks have, and I apologize for the shaky video, some folks have done some very elaborate tubing setups, and I'm pretty sure that I think I can just hold the bottle. I watched some videos on YouTube. Eric the car guy had one, and I think I can just tip the bottle and get most of it in there. I do have 2 quarts. I think it'll take about 1.5 quarts, so either way, I'm not expecting to get all of it out. I do have a tube with an extension. It's like a little bit of an adapter that goes on the bottle. If I need to, I will use that. But for now, I'm going to loosen up. I'm going to loosen up the fill, make sure I can get that off. Once I have that one loose, then I'm going to work on the drain. So if I have issues and I get the drain off and then I can't get this one off, that would be a problem. So that's the reason for starting with this guy. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. 3/8 ratchet. That is in there snug. Give myself as much. That is on there tight, folks. That was really tight, folks. I can't get over that. That took all my force. Alright, let's get that off and see if anything comes out. And we'll work on the drain. Okay, not a whole lot should come out. While that happens, I am going to replace the crush washer. Alright folks, I have the fill plug out, and I was a little worried that stuff came out, and if you look at it, it's really only maybe a couple of ounces, so nothing to worry about. I'm going to be ready to do the drain plug now, and I'm going to tackle that one next. Alright, there's the drain plug. I'm going to temporarily put in the fill plug back in so that it doesn't gush out. That'll prevent it from gushing out until I really want it to do that, and then I'll take it out. Okay, it's just loosely in there. Alright, that fill plug was on there like a beast, so I'm hoping that this drain one is a little more cooperative. But here we go. Let's try that. This one's got a lot of crud in it. Alright folks, we just had a little drama. I couldn't actually get this ratchet in there. There was so much rust that I had to take a screwdriver and knock out all of the crud in there. I'm actually going to try to tap it out. Let me get my breaker bar to help it along. But I actually can't get it out right now. Oh, there we go. Okay. There was so much rust in there that I actually had to take my screwdriver and kind of chip it out. I am wearing safety glasses. And then, when I got my ratchet in here, I did put it in here. I pretty much had it here, and I was almost doing pull-ups on this thing. And I finally changed the angle a little bit, and I was able to break it free. But this thing was on way too tight. I think either from the Connecticut salt. This thing was definitely a bit of a pain. Let me loosen it up a little bit more, and then I'll get my drain pan ready. That crush washer isn't coming out. Probably have to tap that with a hammer. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Okay, let's get this fluid out, and then we will work on the fill. And I'm able to... Boy, I tell you, the space is tight on this thing. You almost have to be kind of on your belly. Okay, let's get that gear oil out. And it's probably not going to gush out because I do have the fill in there. Okay, that looks like it's in pretty good shape. I'm going to take off the fill. I'm going to try to position this in case it does drip here a little bit on the fill side. There we go. You can see air's getting in there now and it's draining. It doesn't take a whole lot. I think it takes about 1.5 quarts. Alright, that one I've already cleaned. I'm going to clean this one. So it looks like it's in really good shape. Again, I think it's been a while since I had done this one, maybe 30,000 miles. So this was definitely overdue. Next time I do this, I am going to replace this. This was a pain, and it looks like maybe the shop, I'm not sure, it may have been a little bit damaged, I can't tell. Actually, it doesn't look like it is, but I don't want to have that drama again. I can still see some buildup, so I'm going to clean this up while it's out. I'm going to let that guy drain, and then we're going to talk about the fill. Alright folks, I did clean up that plug as much as I could, and I'm ready back for the install. I'll show you the crush washers later, but they were definitely mushroomed. So I do have a new crush washer there. I'm going to clean that plug area. And at this point it's just dripping, so I think I'm pretty good with that. Take a little bit of gear oil, lubricate the threads. Alright, here we go. Okay. I really do like this ratchet. I picked this up at Home Depot. I'm not in no way sponsored by them, but I do like it. It doesn't lock. Some people complain about them not locking, but I don't think I need that for that much. But it does allow me to change the length, put a little more torque. This one just needs to be snug, so That's good. It's not going to leak. Those other washers were absolutely mushroomed. The dealer had to have over-torqued this. I mean, there was no way, there's no way that I could mushroom those washers like they did by hand. Okay, I'm gonna reposition the camera, and then we're gonna deal with the fill. All right, it's time for the fill. Before we get into that, I want to show you these washers. These things were absolutely beat up. I mean, you can see the impressions on this. That's definitely some corrosion from probably the salt in the winter, but you can see that they're both mushroomed on both sides. I mean, you can see the extrusion there at that point. Those were definitely over torqued, so those will be going into the garbage. Interesting, I just thought I'd share. I got these online, and they actually put one extra in each bag. That was kind of a nice little touch. So let's talk about this MGC multi-gear concentrate. I picked this up at the Honda dealership near Hartford. I think it was like $10, and they pretty much told me that they put this in every single vehicle that they treat. So apologize, it's very windy out here today. And they gave me this little adapter here, so I'm going to put that into the fill. And then for the fill, I went in there, and what I would recommend is play around with the bottle, make sure that you can tip this. I actually tried this setup. I picked this up at Walmart, and that's actually not going to be needed. If I need to, I'll put it on. What I'm actually going to do is pop off that hose. I think I can do that with one hand, and that's just going to be enough for me to do that in. This thing turns it on and off, so once I get into position and I'm in that hole, then I'm going to open it, pour it in, and it's fill to spill. So I think I'm pretty much ready. That was pretty inexpensive too. I've seen people that get pumps and all kind of elaborate devices. I don't think you really need that. I've seen people run hoses through the wheel well. I watched videos on that. I think this is going to be a lot easier, and I'll show you guys that when I get to it. For now, I'm gonna put that adapter on, and we're gonna put the multi-gear concentrate. All right. It's dripping a little bit, but okay, there's still some in there. Okay, at that point I think I should be able to get most of that out. Okay, I think I'm pretty much empty. Okay, very good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually dump any remaining fluid into the bottle that I'm about to use to fill. I just got to maneuver myself into position, and then the bottle. Okay. Okay, I've opened it. It's definitely going in there, and it's not smelling. That adapter is working great. This is definitely easier than running hoses through wheel wells or pumps, or it'll be easier to clean up. Okay, I'm going to try. pretty much just squeezing this in there. I'm going to try flipping the bottle over. Okay, that's pretty much almost all of it. Okay, I'm going to go to the second bottle. What I actually did is just poured it into this one because I had kind of squeezed and mutilated this one a little bit, and I know I'm going to be keeping. Alright, my memory card actually got full, but I'm just going to simulate. I did get this on here, and I put the plug back in, and I'm actually going to loosen it a little bit and show you guys exactly how I tightened it, because if I was watching this video, that's probably something that I would want to see. So there, it's loosened, and it is just snug. Think of this as like just doing an oil change on your car. That's on there. And that's as far as you gotta go. Okay, so now we're good. I'm gonna get some brake cleaner and clean that up. That'll actually make it easier for me to look for leaks. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Brake cleaner. I'm actually going to move this. I don't want to contaminate it with anything. Alright, it's looking good. And when after I drive it, I'll take a peek and I'll make sure that I don't have any leaks. Alright, so I'm cleaning up now. This is what's left of the good fluid. So I poured the remnants of this. So between this little bottle, which is 6 ounces, I poured an entire quart plus 6 ounces plus probably a little bit, probably about that much of it. So I'm going to save this for the next time, and I'll only have to buy 1 quart. So now I'm going to pour the waste oil, the waste pump fluid into this empty container, and then just clean up. Alright, so that wraps up the 2008 Honda CRV transmission change and the rear differential change, and this is what I used. I used a 3/8 socket to break free the bolts. This one is one of my favorites now. It's extended in terms of getting more leverage. It pivots. So 3/8 socket. I have 1 extra transmission fluid quart over there that I'll use for next time. These are the 3 waste ones. I used the long funnel to fill it. I used my black drain pan to collect it, the yellow funnel to fill the waste into the original containers, 1 rag for the transmission fluid, 1 rag for the rear differential. And then for the rear differential, I really just wound up using that adapter on the containers, and that really worked really well. It turns on and off. And then that little blue and white adapter I used for the gear treatment, multi-gear concentrate that the dealer recommended. So this is it. It was a pretty simple job. Probably took me, I'll say an hour and a half. I did take my time, I didn't rush, and just want to make sure that it's done well. And that wraps it up. Hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you have questions, post comments, and I will do my best to respond. Thanks.